Hello guys, welcome to Bionic Tech. If you're looking for a best Android phone around, you can't go far wrong. With the OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro, they are Chinese brand top of the line smartphone offering the big screen, superb camera and oodles of power. But they'll soon be succeeded because OnePlus isn't one of the sit still. It launches new phones every 6 months at least, which means we are due to the T variant, the OnePlus 8T and 8T Pro, shortly while only minor updates. There should be featured plenty of the improvement over the current models. OnePlus built a reputation as a mark of of the best Android phone at the bargain prices. And with the recent launch of the OnePlus Nord, it went back to those roots. But in recent years, the price of its device have been creeping up because they will be more advanced than the OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro. The OnePlus 8T and 8 Pro should be more expensive as usually they weigh with the firm T variants phones. The 8 and 8 Pro start at £599. One other thing to note is that there will be no McLaren edition of the Pro model this year after OnePlus recently confirmed its partnership with the motor racing company had ended. So those hoping for a sneeze paint job and more memories will be left wanting. OnePlus generally has two major phone launches a year, each around 6 months apart. It had already held two big launches this year, the One 8 and Pro and Nord, but the, the Nord was a mid-range device, whereas the 8 and 8 Pro and 8T and 8T Pro are high-end handset. As such, it makes sense to stick to its usual schedule for its flagship Android phones. The 8 and 8 Pro launch in April, which means the successor should be land around October, but this isn't set in stone. The 7T and 7T Pro launched in September 2019, while 6T arrived in November 2018. So there is some wiggly rooms around these dates. These That's especially true with the coronavirus pandemic currently causing the launch delays for many companies. But either way, expect them before the year is out. The OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro are only available in certain color in certain regions. This approach has been provided device as UK buyers are unable to purchase the rather natty ultramarine blue and the install glow version of the device, for example. Hopefully, the OnePlus will do away with this approach for next phones. Who knows, it might throw some new color schemes into the mix too. As for the actual look of the phones, the leaks are decently thin on the ground. The T version often appear identical to their producer, though. The 7T was quite a departure. It featured a circular rear camera housing that was different from the that on the OnePlus 7. So at this stage, is anyone guess? Chip manufacturer Qualcomm recently confirmed its next chipset will be the Snapdragon 865. There was no mention of OnePlus during the announcement, but odds that are the OnePlus 8T series will be among the first Android phones to use this chipset. According to a leak benchmark test, the 8T will have 8 gigs of RAM and Android 11, which is we would expect. It recent are reportedly not that dissimilar to the OnePlus 8, so we might not looking be at drastically improvement performance. The real big advantage of the previous OnePlus phones would be 65 watts charging. Previous generation of OnePlus phones have mixed out at 30-watt charging, so more than doubling this would be have a real impact on how long it takes to use up the device. We should see the same 120Hz refresh rate as the OnePlus 8, putting the 8T series on par with the Samsung Galaxy S20 as one of the best Android phones when it comes to the screen refresh rate. The OnePlus Pro has a telephoto lens among its camera array, which is a standard OnePlus 8 is lacking. Therefore, it would make sense to add a telephoto lens to both 8T and 8T Pro. In the case of the former, this is the differentiate it from its producers, and in the latter to keep up with its producer photography skills. We could also see a bump to 64 megapixel on the main camera. That's according to XDA developers, who spotted a mention of a megapixel increase within the code for an update to OnePlus camera app. Other camera improvements will probably include eliminating the HDR system halo effect, correcting the white balance across all the camera lenses, improving the auto expose lock feature, and continually optimizing post processing. These all came out of OnePlus Open Ear Forum in May, which is an event for developers and users alike to suggest ways for the firms to improve its products. These improvements should come to other OnePlus phones to via a software update. Finally, they expect the ET series to be among the first to adopt Android 11, the latest version of Google Mobile OS. OnePlus always right at the front of the queue when it's come to the Android updates, and we would expect the new range to be no different. Well guys, this is a video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.